Hi, I'm John Munoz, and welcome to the Business Networking Channel hosted by the Hispano Chamber of Commerce de las Cruces. With me in studio is Toby Rue.
Hey John, how are you?
I'm doing very well. Listen, we're wrapping down the year, but we just had a great mix and mingle at the Grapevine. That's a beautiful place over there on Picacho.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place inside and out, so we had a great time there, and we had wonderful hosts there, and we hope that people can go visit for lunch.
Well, you know, it's a good opportunity also. They rent that facility out for occasions. I know that both Las Cruces High School and Mayfield High School have utilized that facility for some of their fundraisers to support athletics. And, you know, it's a really nice place. It's outdoor, indoor, like you said, and it provides, I think, a very nice cultural experience.
Right. You know, one of the things, too, that we want to make sure we mention is that Pros Ranch Markets is opening up on the 9th. They're a new member, new to the community, and they'll be joining the Hispano Chamber of Commerce. Actually, they've joined, and we want to go out and support them. Supposedly, it's a, well, not supposedly, but it's a very neat concept, you know.
Oh, yeah. No, it's great. I mean, there's been a lot of media on it.
Right.
We've met with their leadership. I think on our board we have some of our members that have gone and worked with them, and Peter Abado is definitely one of our board members who work on economic development, and I'm sure he'll have some meetings with them to continue to explore some of the partnerships that are out there.
You know, Peter Abado was into a lot of things. You know, he did a great job with the trade mission.
He did.
There's a new group he's recently joined. We're going to talk about in just a second here. And you know, if he's involved with that, you know, it's got to be a good thing.
Well, you know, he's bringing a lot of experience.
Right.
And MSU graduate, you know, if you're an MSU graduate, you have an advantage, and he definitely brings.
That's right. Well, he graduated a couple years ago. He's like 20 now, or 19 or something like that.
I think he
or
got his driver's license.
Okay. So, but anyway, we wanted to continue to thank our viewers for watching. Obviously, if you're interested in being on the show, you can also call the Hispano Chamber of Commerce, and if you want to join, please go on to our website or visit Ed DeLisa and sign up. Some of you have asked, you know, when the show airs, and if you're missing it because you're working or out and about, make sure you DVR it.
That's right. Well, and a couple of things, members in our audience, we want to also thank our production team, Las Cruces Channel. Chris Solar and his family have really done a great job of bringing a local channel with local businesses and opportunities. And the Hispano Chamber, really, we have capitalized on the business networking channel. And we want to continue as we finish the final quarter of 2011. We're going into our second and 2 years in production.
2 years, yes.
So we want to thank you all for great viewership.
And when you think about it, I mean, this was one of the things that I was able to talk about
That's right.
up in DC, and also got a chance to talk about it in Italy. And so that was really nice that the show is going not just national, but maybe international.
Sure.
So, but let's talk about, so who do we have here? What do we want to talk about today? Because I'm excited about our show.
Well, you know, John, I am too. You know, we were opening up some of the dialogue before the cameras started rolling, and I started thinking about this. You know, we have done on the Hispano Chamber a very good job of bringing some of our nonprofits to the front and let them talk about how they're changing lives and how their mission is to develop and penetrate our community, either really minuscule in certain sectors or even globally, like, you know, we have some of these global outreach programs and stuff. And so I think this guest that we brought on today, it's a nonprofit, it's called CAFE, and it is New Mexico's newly formed 403B, excuse me, 501c3.
You've been working on the market today, haven't you?
Yeah, you know.
Is today a rough day, or are we up or down? Don't tell me.
We're doing okay. I apologize. So, anyways, we're doing a 501c3. It's a nonprofit organization that was recently formed in 2009. So it's fairly new into the 501c3 stage front here.
But and it's called CAFE?
CAFE. And what I like about it is Comunidades en Acciones y de Fe.
Comunidades en Acción y de Fe. Wow, that's a
mouthful.
That's a mouthful.
Well, translated to community action and faith.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And, you know, the name really has a marketing appeal. They're faith-based communities that are coming together to address very important community needs We have social issues that are continually being debated on the national spotlight. And this type of nonprofit is really doing the work in a community faith-based way, reaching out into some of the impoverished communities, some of the low-income communities, some of the rural communities, and bringing these very important topics to the forefront. And the reason why I'm saying this is such an important piece is that the leader that we have on the show today is an NMSU student. She's a junior, and she got attracted to this through her church. Alejandra is a dynamic person, and that's the leadership we need to be the future leaders of our community.
Absolutely.
So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we want to bring on to the show leadership of Cafe, a new 501c3 here in Las Cruces, a nonprofit, faith-based organization, Alejandra Pulido.
Hi.
Welcome to the set.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
Well, Alejandra, we want to know your story. We want to know what attracted you to Cafe. First of all, okay, so you're one of the leaders,
Right.
you know, and we're completely impressed by you because of your age, you know, because
Well, not because of your age.
well, not just that,
because
but again,
she's a leadership. I mean,
well, that's phenomenal. But you know, most folks your age are in school. They want to get through their studies. They want to get that done and start their careers.
Right.
You're not only doing that, you're taking extra steps, correct, in the
Right.
community to make your community better.
and I think one thing that's important, and you know, we tease, John and I tease all the time, but we are in the business community, and I'm telling you, there is a very large, I think, misconception about our upcoming youth. And you know, John, you
Yep.
poke on age a lot, and I know you have to. Okay, but the truth is that we are really surrounded by
Yep.
young adults who are
Yes.
really wanting to make a difference. And again, this is the compliment that we want to give you is that,
Right.
you know, although this is a community faith-based organization, the leaderships are in the young adults.
Right.
Right.
So
So tell us what's Cafe all about? What does it mean to you, and you know why?
Okay,
Why
well,
Cafe?
how you had said, Cafe is a community, faith-based community organization, and our mission is just to mold public policy by working with our public officials. And who works with them? Well, us, the community themselves. And I'm a leader, and what Cafe helps us do is train us to help go to meetings, talk with our mayors, talk to our trustees, help them by making the right policies so they can help us make a better life for the people of Anthony and Las Cruces and just Doña Ana overall.
That's very nice. You know, one of the leaders we forgot to mention, we can't forget her. She's a very dynamic leader. I'm completely impressed with her. Is Sarah Nolan, and she is a chispa, a spark.
Yeah.
You know, you really can't translate that into English, because she does a phenomenal job of really staying involved with the pulse of the community.
and you know, that's probably something that every nonprofit organization is always looking for. As an executive director or a leader, president, whatever they want to call that position, you have to have someone that's not only going to volunteer countless hours, but also have a variety of skill sets that they're going to have to negotiate and talk and to help people.
Right.
And Sarah definitely fits that bill.
She certainly does. So tell us, there's an event that
Yes.
you want to promote, that you want people to come out to, or come out to through their churches.
Right.
What event is that?
That's the Faith and Family Summit that we will be having November 3rd from
Okay.
6 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. And it will be held at the Immaculate Heart of Mary.
Okay.
And we just want everybody to go there because it's really important for us to go united and not miss this opportunity, because we're going to be talking about education, healthcare, preventable foreclosures, and just allowing ourselves to have a better opportunity for health, just health.
No, I understand. So that's the cathedral, right? And so this is, I mean, not only is the information key, critical, you know, as far as education, and so you're going to have adults there, you're going to have, you know, families there, students. You know, we want students to stay in school. We want them to further their education.
Right.
But I think the education is also important for adults as to, you know, what resources are out there. And so I think that's critical. The topics you're going to talk about. The other thing too, Toby, I think this is historical. I don't know that we ever in this community or in the Las Cruces area have gotten these many different faiths and churches, denominations together. I mean, can you recall of a time?
Well, you know, I don't know if it's been this organized as far as spearheaded by a nonprofit outside of the organization. We've had several of our faith leaders come together from a centralized church or affiliated and reach out to the pastoral leadership and then to the lay people to bring this together. But you know, and I'm not saying I have an expert on the history of this, but I do know that from our conversations.
You've been in Las Cruces for 80. How many?
It's been a long time.
No. But
It's
no,
been a
go
long
ahead,
time.
continue. So I had to get that dig in. Back
I know, that's all right. I know the cafe though, because it's just started since 2009.
Right.
I think they've done a pretty good job of. They have a national model that they follow, and this is a regional nonprofit that's focusing here, and they have a national base that really promotes the leadership at the pulpit to reach out to the lay people to talk about these issues that we're talking about in our home.
Right.
I mean, these are the topics that are at the table. You know, if you're in a position where your house is going to be foreclosed and you don't know what to do, if you're in a position where you're in a rural community and you want your children to go to college, and one of the topics that we talked about is the dual credit program that we have continued to see a lot of value through the community college, and so maybe the question is the dual credit available for every school district, and does every New Mexican who wants to go on to secondary education have that opportunity? And these are parents sitting at home saying, you know, I wish we had access to that.
Right.
And then you have the healthcare topic. You know, is Medicare and Medicaid and those social programs, the minutia of the changes cause a lot of fear, and if you're at the table and you're not educated, where can we get this guidance? And so I think Cafe coming together for these really critical social issues have done a good job of people like Alejandra. And let me just stop real quick. Let me show you what happened. Alejandra, tell us a story. She went to her church, and she does this stuff. She's talking to those people as a young leader. So before I go any further on here, tell us about that experience.
Well,
How'd you get recruited, basically?
Well, I just went to a meeting that Sarah was hosting, and I just signed myself up to help with the agenda on the forum that we were having, and ever since I've been with her. And I just want success for everybody. So I mean, touching base on the education, it's not fair for our students from the community to be wanting that, just that higher education, and then having people say, oh, we want to take away that dual credit, and we're like, well, what's going on? We want better jobs, we want to better ourselves, and you're taking away that opportunity from us. So that's something that we really want to push for in this meeting that we're having, and that's just something that we always work on.
So what you do is, and to give our audience a little better feel for this, every local leader of the churches that are around here, no, I can't say every, but the ones that are participating, you know, they'll have leaders like you that want to go into their church and educate them on the mission of what Cafe is trying to do, and then, you know, continue to build. My understanding is there's going to be approximately 400 people that are going to come together to affect some educational understanding, to maybe affect the change through our local leadership in our political arena, and maybe rally together and move up to the national and state levels. So I like what you're doing. And John, you know, again, non-for-profits, you know, they really go out to shepherd some of the smaller rural communities when they can do that. And, you know, businesses like you and I, we want to draw from that community, because otherwise they may get left behind.
Right.
And we don't want to do that. And with the growth of Anthony and Santa Teresa and some of the stuff here in southern New Mexico, I think that a nonprofit like this can really reach out to some of those families that don't feel connected.
Right.
What do you think?
I like that. I like that connection piece. And I like, you know, what I'm hearing as far as opportunity, because I think that's really important in our society today. Is that, you know, what opportunities do I have to educate myself? What opportunities do I have to be successful? And definitely things happen. You know, the economy happened, life happened. You know, one of the things that you know, if you read in recent New Mexico business market outlay, Las Cruces is doing well.
Yes.
In comparison to what's happening to the rest of
Absolutely.
the country.
Absolutely.
However, not everybody is doing well, and it would be nice to have everyone doing well. But the thing about it is that we've got to create opportunities. We're going to scroll the web on the bottom of our screen. We're going to continue to talk about this. This is a very interesting topic. So we're going to go ahead and take a break right now. We want you to stay right there, and we'll be back in a few seconds on the Business Networking channel.